Dirty Laundry, your home for true crime online. Like, share, subscribe. 7 months, and still no suspects or breaks in the search for Summer Wells. Someone knows the truth. Someone among us is keeping a terrible secret that needs to be told. Please, if you are the one carrying this dark burden upon your soul, it's never too late to do the right thing. God knows the truth, and ultimately you'll have to face Him. It's time to make that call. Reach out, call TBI or local LE, and let's bring some peace to those who love and cherish Summer. Summer Moon Utah Wells is 5 years old and has been missing from Rogersville, Tennessee since June 15th of last year. In June, she was 3 feet tall and weighed 40 pounds, but her weight and height may vary a little now. Summer has blue eyes and her natural hair color is blonde, but it could be any color, any length. Look closely, please. She could be wearing a face mask or even dressed like a boy. If you know anyone who may have recently taken in a child around Summer's size, please take a second look. If you can help with any information in this case or think you may have seen Summer, call TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. God bless you. Keep your babies close, and as always, thank you. Come on. Twisted Sisters. This is the story of Candace and Allison. Her ex say they were as close as sisters until Don left and Roman-Jose came to town. Then, like everything else in Ratchetville, things got twisted. Wednesday night, Jafer Justice had a guest on with an awful lot to say about Candace and Allie's relationship. He says they were like sisters and even suggests they may have been a little too close. Well, up until they met Jose Roman, or as we know him now, Roman-Jose. H's dad, Andrew, referred to in the previous episode as Andy number 1, called in on the live stream to share what he knows and to speculate about Jose Roman, his ex Allison, his son H, and their relationship with Candace Bly. I'm an open book, he told a live audience, and proceeded to answer questions from the host and directly from chat. Andrew, as he prefers to be called, admits that he and Allison had a one-night stand in 2005 when she became pregnant with H. H was born in March 2006, and 15 months later, a paternity test proved that H was indeed his son. Following a succession of ugly custody battles over the years, Andrew and Allison have finally reached an amicable schedule of visitation. He says that they are currently on civil terms, and Andrew is now married and has a large family. He admits he has done a lot of stupid things in his past, including robbery, but he owns it. He also seems pretty darn sure that foul play is behind Summer's disappearance. He says H is not ready to tell the full truth about the events of June 15th, but is adamant that his son has been cleared of any suspicion by law enforcement and is in a safe place. He says H is also facing an upcoming court hearing over unrelated charges. So back to the story. Andrew's brother had a platonic roommate named Jose Roman. As Andrew tells it, in the fall of 2020, he, his brother, and Jose Roman decided to caravan with their families to Tennessee to escape New York's inflation and bad living conditions. The group, as told by Andrew, consisted of himself, his wife and their child, his wife's child from another relationship, his brother, another female friend with 5 kids, and, of course, Jose Roman. They had all planned to rent a large house together in Tennessee, and they even made a $2,000 deposit in advance. Some of the caravan, like Andrew and his family, planned to stay in the area. Some planned on moving on. When the group arrived in Tennessee, Andrew and his crew were informed that their house wouldn't be available for 3 days, and the local hotels were full due to a NASCAR event in nearby Bristol. The group literally had nowhere to go, so Allison and her very close friend Candace offered to give the group a place to stay until their house was ready the following Monday. It should be noted that Andrew says he only met Candace once at a self-storage center and never visited Ben Hill Road. He says he was also never questioned by L.E. because he was not in Tennessee at the time of Summer's disappearance. Andrew and his group turned around and went back to New York, but Jose decided to stay behind with Allison. Jose had planned to keep on roaming. He had just left a bad breakup in New York and had an internet girlfriend waiting in the Philippines. But when he met Allie, he just couldn't resist her charms. Maybe it was her voluptuous figure, maybe it was her wit, or maybe it was her quirky little game of pull my finger. But soon she and Jose were a hot item. Jose and H began to bond. He had even tried to get H to stop smoking. Jose, as Andrew tells it, was always respectful of children and never inappropriate around them. He really seemed to be a stabilizing influence on H. Next, it is unclear about the exact date, but sometime after that, Andrew said he got several 2 a.m. phone calls from a devastated H. H was calling to tell him that Allie had walked in and caught her bestie Candace and Jose in the act, and that she and H were heartbroken. Andrew doesn't clarify if H actually witnessed the scene himself, but Allison confirmed it, and she got a ride home from Grandis after she found the two together. H was extremely upset about his mom's new boyfriend cheating with Candace. Andrew even has suspicions that his 15-year-old son and Candace may have had more than just a friendly relationship as well. He says H is not ready to discuss any of it. Allie and H were betrayed by Candace, and their friendship was officially over. Next, Candace proceeded to call and inform Don, working in Utah with their oldest son, of their new house guest, Jose. She and Don argued. Don came speeding home, and as Andrew tells it, Don also caught Candace Jose in a very compromising position. Although no mention of an altercation between Don and Jose is mentioned in the police report, Andrew says immediately after that night, Jose was seen with a black eye and a busted lip. He firmly believes that Don and Jose had a physical confrontation that night. The police report did mention that Don was reportedly seen hitting himself to provide a reason for attacking Candace, pushing her down and hurting her knee, and that her mother feared for her life. Although Summer and the boys were present the night Don came home, sadly, he admits that he isn't even sure where the children were during all of this chaos. Don was arrested, and according to everyone that night, Grandis took Jose back to North Carolina. The next day, Candace smoothed things over, dropped the charges as usual, and Don was released on his own recognizance. Don's version goes differently. He says Candace taunted him about Jose because she didn't trust him in Utah. He sped home. They were all just talking it out, started drinking, and Jose started calling Don a cheater. Don says Candace shoved him a few times. Don pushed back, and reportedly Candace fell down and hurt her knee. From North Carolina, Jose reportedly left for fishing season in Alaska. Then, after reconciling with his girlfriend in the Philippines, he moved there to be with her and work for her father. Andrew says that Jose was never questioned about Summer's disappearance because he was gone from Tennessee before she went missing. He says that his brother still stays in touch with Jose and that he and his girlfriend, possibly his wife now, live in a very remote area and they can only get to a phone once a month or so. Allison, later in an interview with Chris McDonough, says she broke ties with Candace and avoided her then until the day she came and got H to run errands and go to the horse pond. Now there are conflicting stories on whether Candace called H first or vice versa, depending on whom you ask. Summer would be reported missing just hours after H was dropped off at his house. According to H, Allie, and everyone involved, Summer was alive but sleeping when Candace and her mom left Allison's that day. Andrew believes that H was there to establish some sort of alibi or that she was alive that day. If it's true that H has been cleared, then that means TBI believes his story that Summer left Allie's house alive. Andrew concludes the interview, but I believe he will have more to say in the future. He seems transparent, sincerely concerned about his son, and eager to help find Summer. Great interview. There's a lot more, so I left a link queued to the beginning of his segment. What do you think? Is he credible? Do you think Summer arrived home alive that day? Drop your comments below. Just another piece of the puzzle, but it's all part of the big picture of what has happened to Summer. Thank you for your visit. Keep Summer in your prayers and be safe. I'll see you soon. Until then, I bid you peace, love, and clean laundry.